What's going on, guys? My name's Kevin, and I just got the parts to do my E39's timing chain. It was parked for majority of the winter, but when I started it up for spring, I got a lot of chain slap and possibly vanos. Just see a clip of it right here. But today I've got the parts. They've just come in, all of them at once, luckily. So with the kit, I was able to get some extra parts. Serpentine belt. What's this? Crankshaft seal. Okay. Gaskets. More gaskets. Now this is the top dead center pin to lock in the engine. I'll put you here because we'll get back to you. Alright, first one. Is that side? Is it? Yep. Side. It's the side rail. Chain tensioner. Important. Oh. And here's the other rail. Spark plugs, get to you in a minute. And wow. This chain has some weight to it. This is the timing chain. Wow. Of course, because we're going to have to move the camshaft and lock it in place, we're going to replace the gaskets as well. These are rubber grommets. Also replace those one time. Valve cover washers. Now, I've seen a couple videos. I haven't seen anybody actually purchase it or change them, but these are the crush rings that they go on the vanos from the oil line into the head of the vanos. These washers got to be replaced. And because I'm going to be pulling out the pulley at the crankshaft, it has these 4 Torx bolts, or E-Torx. And these are stretched bolts, so they have to be replaced as well. I figure they've been in the car for such a long time, they've probably stretched. No sense doing it twice. Got the part. Now remaining is just tune-up stuff. We've got plugs. Oil filter. What is this? Oh, intake filter. But not one, but two of them. Let's see, what is this? Cabin air filter. Two of them. Check. Okay, so this should be fuel filter. Yep. Being that the car has been stored during the winter, because I'd rather not drive it on New York roads with salt, it makes sense to do a tune-up before I start driving it during spring. Ooh, what is this? Engine drain plug gasket. Wow. Didn't know that was included. Ah. Oil cap. Oil filler cap. And of course, engine oil. I'm gonna be running 1060 during the winter. If I'm driving the car during the cold season, I'll run 530. But summer's coming up, I want to run the 1060 for sure. Put it to the side. Let's see, in case I'm missing something else. Ooh, more gaskets. Time and cover gasket. Put you with the rest of gaskets. Stickers. Awesome. Ah, some newspaper. This is underrated because it helps save the ground from all the oil stains BMWs like to leave behind. And yeah, so that's it for this box. All these came from FCP Euro. The only extra items that I had to order on my own that didn't come with the timing chain kit was oil filler cap, these stretch bolts for the crankshaft hub, these washers for the vanos, the serpentine belt, the top dead center pin, fuel filter, all these intake air filters and cabin air filters, the oil filter, and oil and spark plugs. All of these were ordered separately. The remaining items, the gaskets, the grommets, the valve cover, gasket, drain plug, the first rail, timing chain, and the other rail, washer seals, and the other gasket were all part of the kit. But I don't know if anyone else has noticed, there's a problem. I'm missing one more rail. Yep, one more rail is missing. But let's put this on standby because we got some more boxes to open. Let's start with you. Shipping label. Okay. Now these are the pins, camshaft securing pins, and they were not cheap. These pins are going to slide into the camshaft, each camshaft, intake and exhaust on each bank. That way when I do take off the old chain, we don't skip timing, hopefully not. You know. That's why we get the right tools. Top dead center pin, camshaft alignment pin. It's my first time doing a timing chain, so I wanted to make sure I got the right tools, make sure I do it correctly, and not have any room for error. Let's see what the big box is about. Box in a box. Awesome. Oh, here it is. This is the other piece of the timing chain. Wow. This is the other piece of the guide. Now, this goes here. Well, not yet. It goes in the engine. But just imagine. Everything seems to look like this, and our chain, of course, goes in a V. Braces against here, braces against these rails, and this side is usually pushed by our chain tensioner, maintain tension. So I'm glad I got that. This piece was on back order, I believe. That's the proper way to describe it. But when FCP Euro sent me out this timing chain kit, they were missing this piece. I called with concern that maybe I won't get it in time, but I'm not gonna lie, FCP Euro saved the day. They sent it to me on time. It's amazing. I really didn't think I was going to get it. Alright, last box. From Dr. Vanos. Just taking out one by one. Okay. Now these are modified gears for the Vanos system from Dr. Vanos. Now, when I ordered the parts for this job, there was a lot of unknowns. If you heard the clip, you hear something rattling. Now, it might sound like a Vanos rattle, and it's usually these gears that develop a play, and they start to swing around in there, and they make a very aggressive noise. Is it very annoying? Yes. And it makes me really concerned because it sounds like the car might be knocking, the engine might be knocking. However, when I was about to do an oil change, I did find a piece of when I was about to do an oil change, I found a piece of timing chain rail.